Corolla on Instagram and socials. I'm at From Corolla. In this video, we're going to talk about the Ferris Wheel Press Joule fountain pen, as well as the blue Revelry ink. So let's get into it. We're going to do a writing and drawing sample, and I'll show you the pen, the nib, and inking it up. So this is the Ferris Wheel Press Blue Revelry Joule fountain pen, which was gifted to me as part of their Jubilee ambassador program. And it comes in this really nice sleeve, this sort of leathery feel to it. Very sleek. And gently pull out the fountain pen, and it's this really beautiful deep blue color with this sort of shimmeriness in the barrel. So the body is kind of shimmery blue, like a cobalt blue, very deep. And it has this gold looking band. It's very sleek. There's no clip on the cap. And once you twist it open, you sort of get to enjoy this very nicely engraved grip section and this bicolored nib. And I got it in medium. I wish they had broad, but they don't. And it also comes with a cartridge converter, which has a little spring in it, which is meant to keep the ink consistently flowing, and so it doesn't dry up in there. And we are going to fill it up. So the ink that I'm going to fill it up with is called Blue Revelry, and the pen and the ink are matching. They're both Blue Revelry. It's a cobalt blue color. The ink has a duochrome pink and green shimmer. You may see that in the bottom there. And this pen and ink were meant for the 15th anniversary of Ferris Wheel Press. It's a very, very nice color. So I'm actually not going to disturb the shimmer too much because this is a medium nib, and I tend to go with a broad or broader when I use a shimmer ink, especially if it has a lot of shimmer to it. So we're not going to disturb it too much, and we'll get enough shimmer in the nib, in the pen, to get a feel for the ink itself. But I'm just going to be aware of not getting too much shimmer into the pen. So we'll take the protective seal off. And already I've ink on my fingers, which is fine. Part of the territory. And so we're going to make sure that this converter is ready to pull up ink. And we'll dip it in, and we'll just twist the knob until there's enough ink in there. So I do have some ink in there, so that's great. I'll put the seal back on top to protect it. Okay. If you want to wipe up excess ink, I always use this shop paper towel, which works well for inks. And then we can twist the barrel back on. So in comparison to other fountain pens, we'll see the size of it is slightly longer than a Platinum Century 3776, and it is slightly shorter than an Esterbrook Esty, and also probably similar in size to a Pilot Custom A23. And so you can sort of see where it sits compared to other fountain pens. And I will say that it not having a clip, I'm not sure if that's an issue for you because it won't stop the roll if you sort of put it down on a table. But I will say that this band does a pretty good job of keeping it from rolling too much. So I think maybe there's a little bit of roll to it, but it does have a little bit of grip here that potentially that could be sort of a roll stop in itself. Just a little bit. So yes, just be aware that there's no clip, but it also makes the pen look very sleek. The cigar shape is very pleasing to me. I love that shape. That's okay. It's a very stylish pen. Again, you know, if this is sort of your style, right? So we're gonna do a quick pen test. Let me just see if this writes. There you go. It feels pretty comfortable to write with, and also the nib feels pretty smooth. I have another Ferris Wheel Press Joule fountain pen, and I have to say that these fountain pens actually write pretty well. They feel good to hold, very comfortable, very balanced in the hand. Although I personally, like I said before, I personally am into broader nibs, and so a medium is pretty good, but I do prefer a broader nib. And if the Joule came with a broad nib, I would be so into it. But a medium is okay too. I'm going to do a little bit of a drawing and writing sample. Just to get a feel for the loops and if it feels comfortable holding while drawing with it. And sketching as well. And it does feel very comfortable. So let's do a little writing. So that's a little bit of writing and drawing with the Ferris Wheel Press Joule. Feels very comfortable to write and to draw with. I will say that, well, actually, let's put, this is a medium nib. I will say that depending on how you grip your pen, this doesn't feel rough or uncomfortable to put your finger on, but just be aware that there would be some texture. So, you know, depending on how you grip your pen, you may feel that there's sort of this engraved bit part as part of the section. And I feel like there's enough of this grip section that the threads and, you know, where the barrel starts doesn't really hinder my writing experience because my fingers don't really overlap there. But those are all things to sort of keep in mind, depending on, you know, how you sort of hold that pen. The nib looks really nice. And I do think that this is very sleek and very stylish. So that's the Ferris Wheel Press Joule fountain pen. And this one is a very nice finish. It's cobalt blue with a little bit of shimmer in it. And so it's kind of a glossy look to it. And it's meant to match their blue Revelry fountain pen ink that has a duochrome pink and green shimmer. And so that was just a quick sort of look and first impressions of the Joule fountain pen. I hope you found that interesting. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them into the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Carola. On Instagram and socials, I'm @FromCarola. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.